He set the anti-infantry mine, mounted a grenade beneath the sink, wired the trigger, then neatly arranged all his gear, stashing lightweight weapons under the table and rigging them to pop out at the crucial moment. Next, he bought a V8 engine online and gave the old car new life, then bolted steel plates behind the windows. A makeshift armored car was born, but the roar of the engine and the professional-looking car modifications quickly drew the attention of 3 neighbors. They assumed he was an artist, unaware that he was doing all this to avenge 41 members of his family. The man's name was Mike. He had been an elite FBI agent, fluent in 6 languages, who had completed 2 deep cover assignments and 12 hellish counter-terror operations. He had planned that after this last undercover run, he would retire with his wife and children to a quiet life by the sea, but he'd picked a fight with the wrong people. Not long before, Mike and his FBI colleagues had jointly busted an arms deal. To get out safely, Mike deliberately drew his gun to resist and was then, as planned, shot dead on the spot. But the unexpected scene stunned both buyer and seller, and the atmosphere at the site immediately froze. The buyer tried to explain, but the seller mistook that for an attack. A 3-way shootout erupted. Several criminals were gunned down by police, and only nervous Mickey managed to survive. When Mike awoke among the corpses, his undercover career was over. While colleagues celebrated his return, the local center crime family received the devastating news that their son had been killed. The blow left the woman collapsing to the floor. An enraged center helped her up and immediately had his youngest son post bail for Mickey. He wanted to find out who dared strike his family. Not long after, while walking down the street, Mickey was forced into a vehicle and taken to a brightly lit bar. After a savage beating, he managed to provide very little useful information. All they learned was that the meetup had been organized by a Russian, who was subsequently shot dead by the police at the scene. Mickey didn't know the Russian's background. Center was not satisfied. Because the enemy hadn't died by his own hand, he swore the man who killed his son would die again, this time by Center's. However, Center did not kill Mickey. Mike's father had once saved Center's life, and that debt spared him. Center's security guard, on the other hand, was not so lucky. He was sent to join his boss in the grave. After the funeral, using long-cultivated connections, Center quickly tracked down the Russian's records and discovered the identity of the FBI's star undercover agent, Mike. Even his retirement hideout was located. Without a word, Center ordered his men to go and handle it. At that moment, Mike was enjoying an unprecedentedly happy time with his family, unaware that several armed men were creeping toward them.